See ye not from round here. What's brought ye to Speakerrug?
Heard you've got a job for a witcher.
Aye. My sister's near drilled a hole in me gut pestering me. I hung a notice hoping she'd let up. Truth be told, didn't really expect anyone to take an interest.
What's this about?
Me sister's betrothed. He's disappeared. Folks say he done a runner.
Sensing you just don't believe your sister.
They had their ups, they had their downs. Neil's thoroughbred skirt chaser, and Brit's just not easy to be around. But family's sacred.
I'll see what I can do. Want to talk?
Brit and Neil's had their favourite spot. Cliffs north of the village.
Thanks.
Watch your step.
Need to talk to you.
Leave me be.
Did you see Nils die?
I saw a shadow, great wings, like a cloud passing over the sky. Then I heard him scream. Something grabbed him, lifted him up, then flew off towards the caves on the shore. But he was alive, screaming my name.
I'll look into it. Ought to explore those caves Britt mentioned.
Jeepers, you're really more. Now here's a lonely one.
Speaker of. We must have anchored her somehow.
Stinks of carrion. Necrophages. Drowners couldn't possibly lift Nils into the air. Siren tracks. A very big siren. Melusine, the mad and dangerous lady of the depths. Clearly used to be worshipped here. Strange scale color. Not your everyday siren. Same scales as on the altar. Mammosin cult didn't appear out of nowhere. The kitten has been living here for a while. Went into hibernation some time ago, but it's awake now. And it's hungry. Nils. Gotta be. Some monster dropped him from high up. Britt wasn't lying.
Let's go! Lost your nerve? Go, go. Run, Roach.
Master Witcher?
Found an old echidna in a cave on the shore. Tough beast, but I killed it.
So Britt spoke true? A beast took Nils?
And killed him. Body's in the cave.
I'll have to fetch it. Witcher, would ye mind telling Brit what happened to her?
You should talk to her. She'll need her brother's support.
Never got on too well with her. But you're right. I ought to do this. Feel like a damn fool now, not believing you. Take this.
Farewell.
Respect, Witcher.
Now here's a hammer.
I told him myself. Don't
We've offended him, Sven. The woodland spirit seeks revenge. This here is him saying we've strayed from the old paths.
Offended him? The monster's killed 5 already. He doesn't give a rat's arse about paths or tracks or me or you. He's a ploughing beast from the ploughing forest.
Split his ribcage. A strong one, this spirit of yours.
That's so. And who might you be?
I solve problems, and if we can agree terms, I can solve yours.
He's a witcher, a killer for hire. This village is home to decent folk only. You won't find any work here.
Sure about that? Beast that did this, it's aggressive and incredibly strong. I can help you, for a price.
I like this man. Ply your trade, Witcher. I believe we will agree terms.
Who or what is this woodland spirit?
Tell you what, it's not any of your concern.
It's a common beast. Murders any man who ventures into its territory.
Exhaustive as descriptions go. What does this spirit look like? Anyone seen it for themselves?
No man alive has.
Great. Really helpful, all of you. Birds pecked apart his entrails. And here, tooth marks. A large dog, a wolf maybe. This the way it always kills?
Only cowards. True warriors. Men with the hearts of predators. The spirit grants them an honorable death.
You said the creature wants revenge. Why? For what?
Our forefathers hunted with spear and knife. This pleased the woodland spirit. He let us live in peace. We never knew hunger.
He killed back then too. He's always killed. How many lads died trying to become hunters? Now, since our hunters died in the war, the beast turned even more bloodthirsty.
We are uncreate. What others buy with gold, we buy with our lifeblood.
We are slaves to fear spread by blind fools like you. These woods are ours. High time we put an end to it.
I've heard enough. You've got a monster problem, that's clear. Just not sure you want it solved.
Oh, we do. Come see me. We'll figure us a fair price for the beast's head.
Our little talk while I looked over the corpse? Not nearly enough. Need to look around, figure out what I'm up against.
Be not rash, killer. It's not too late to bring back the old ways.
I'll decide what to do. But start collecting coin, just in case.
Killing the ice gang, Hey?
You're looking ill. Let's nurse some need.
Got a trail to follow. Wonder where it leads. smashed bones. That takes strength. No point in trying to parry its blows. Sharpened its claws, or just marked off its territory. Thin and deep cuts, not unlike a razor. A Leshen. Male. Very old. Damn it. Probably marked one of the... villagers. Didn't have many friends, did he?
Folk aren't willing to look at this kind of death today. But in the past, I remember, I was just a lad. Lugos Herlip led a raid on our village. Found nothing but silence and fog. I could barely make out my pa and my uncles lying in wait behind the trees. I remember how they hunted down one warrior after another, and once they surrounded Herlip himself, well, I believe he'd rather have faced the woodland spirit.
Your spirit is a very old Leshen. He's dangerous, but I should be able to deal with him.
Rid us of him, yet he's what made us invincible. Turned us into great warriors.
Maybe I wasn't clear. The woodland spirit is a monster. Cut with the sword, he'll bleed and die. Like you, like me.
He's much more. Thanks to him, the woods teem with game, and our women bear strong babes. True, not every lad who sets out to be a hunter survives the sacred ritual, but aren't witchers made at similar cost?
Back by the tree, you said you know another way to stop the Leshen.
We must return to the old path, restore the old ways, roam the woods with knife and spear, fight on even terms and prove. Our ancestors placed the Covenant Stone in the woods, laid sacrifices of prized game on it, and thus made a pact, do as they did. Go south along the brook, submit to the trial by burning a sacrifice of wolves' hearts on the sacred spot.
There's no guarantee your method will work, and the risks are great. Probably easier to just...
If the spirit dies, all game will leave the woods. Our men will lose their strength, and our women will be rendered barren. It will be the end of us all, That was our covenant.
Still better than certain death.
You're not from here. You don't understand. Death is nothing to us. Pride is everything.
Gotta give this some thought. So long.
You all dressed up for me, Hill?
Went to look at the tracks in the woods. Spirit sure knows how to make an impression on intruders.
Told you, he likes killing.
Almost certain we're dealing with an old Leshen.
An ordinary beast then, just as I said.
Not so ordinary. Monster like that's a serious threat to the village. And to me, if you decide to hire me.
Oh, don't you fret. We'll have the gold.
Just one small problem. The Leshen's marked one of you. As long as that individual lives near its domain, the beast can't be killed. Not completely. Sooner or later, it'll be reborn.
Must be one of the elders. Harold, I'm sure of it. You heard him.
Words aren't enough. Gotta find the mark my way.
Folk won't believe you. They'd never listen to an outsider accusing one of their own. But you find the marked one, and I'll handle the rest.
Gotta use my senses. Find the one marked by the woodland spirit.
You've no respect for our customs. Not ye, nor that witch Yennefer.
I beg you, Mordred, stop pestering me with this confounded cough.
Will Sven visit today?
Swaddle all living creatures.
Watch your step.
Pull that
I beg
one
you,
on, Hilda.
Mordred, stop pestering me with this confounded cough. Witcher?
Friends we show heart, foes we show our axe.
I beg you, Mordred, stop pestering me with this confounded cough.
You've no respect for our customs. Not ye, nor that witch Yennefer.
The Leshen's chosen the girl. Damn it.
May your axe never crumble.
So, find out who's mates with the beast?
It's not intentional. The marked individual has no idea.
You don't know the elders like I do. Every last one of them codgers would surrender his mother to please the monster. And no point in mincing words. Said yourself, the monster's helper must die first.
No one needs to die. The marked one should leave the village. That's enough. If they never return, the Leshen will never be reborn.
Did you hear what the Witcher said? We've but to banish the elders to have peace for all time.
The Leshen's marked Hilda.
Hilda?
We must banish her. Said so yourself.
But she's one of us. For the good of the village, Sven. Drive her out. Make sure she knows she's not to return. Ever.
Not going with her? Funny. Thought you cared for her.
Tend to your own affairs and leave me to mine. I did what I had to do. Now it's your turn.
mission's territory begins here. Need to destroy all the totems before I find the beast. Stench.
Hey-ya!
We steal folks' gillies. Is it true?
God will punish us. Spend must be banned.
Hey! Hey! Look at this. Told you the Witcher had solved this.
What happened?
You rid us of the beast. We rid ourselves of its accomplices. Don't worry, our agreement stands. I earned your coin, you did.
Nothing's changed. Leshin's gone, true, but a murderer still haunts the village.
Your work is done, Witcher. You've done your part, and I've done mine.
Think the village will go along with this?
Folk will calm down, realize the guilty needed to be punished. Do you hear? Fear will not rule my village. There will be no more killings. Go to your homes. And you, Witcher, on your way. No more monsters left around here.
Never consider settling in care troll them. What's your strut? Yes.
Witcher! Got an office for you.
Around here, huh? Heard there's something? Tell me, lads, where you sailing this time?
Respect, Witcher.
That one. Greetings, Witcher.
Hear about the missing miners. Might be able to help. What happened?
Well, we'd heard tales of silver in the northern hills, and seen as coins needed to ready longships for raids, we sent a few lads to see how much truth was in the tales. And, well, they've yet to return.
Gotta start by...
Long as they don't... What am I? A dragon's... Huh. I can...
My...
Thank you, what...
Not too many for.
Come on, Roach. Miners' camp. Could find some clues. Footprints. Human. Hit a rich vein, but something went wrong. Wounds caused by a blunt instrument. Ribcage smashed in. Someone crawled through here with a broken leg. Wind didn't fell these trees. Something else did. Something big. Crushed bones. Human bones. A rock troll looks like. Stop it. I want to talk. Ugly bastard. Wait, I want to talk.
Talk? Talk? But you come. Or call you wham-a-wham like things.
Exactly. Why do you wham 'em?
Things in walk troll house. Trolls say outmans, but they wham-a-wham troll rocks. So troll wham too.
Sorry, can't let you get away with this.
That's it, Roach.
Might want to look around some.
Move it. Come on, Roach.
Greetings, Watcher.
Found your miners. They went in a troll's cave and started mining, while the troll was home.
Did any
No. Troll won't be any more trouble, though.
small comfort?
Still earned my reward.
Yeah, here. Safe journey to you. Not too many foreigners in the Isles in the olden days.
I know you.
Oi, Witcher!
And it hurts horrible. As if something was tearing me apart.
Brand those swords, but I prefer me trusty axe.
Oh, a witcher. Hear about the dragon, I reckon.
Tell me about this dragon. What's it look like, for instance?
You don't know? What kind of monster slayer are you? It's got scales, wings, claws. A dragon.
Let's talk about the reward.
You're asking a few crowns too many. It's a lot, but then a dragon's a lot.
Witchers don't usually kill dragons, but I'll look into it. You said something about victims, right?
Two brothers, Askell and Nillis, went out to hunt. Turned into prey. Wounds so horrible. Even I went weak in the knees when they brought them in. And I've seen my share of bloody...
Fascinating story, I'm sure, but I'm more interested in...
Look for yourself. Family's only now preparing the boy's funeral. Their corpses still lie in their home.
Hey, a Witcher! Really, Chris? Witcher, help!
Well, well, another come to gawk at the dragon's victims. Perhaps I should start charging for the pleasure.
Perhaps. I wouldn't pay you, though. See enough corpses in my line of work. I'm a witcher. Here because I took the contract for that dragon of yours.
Oh, forgive me, I didn't know.
Might not be easy for you, but I have to look at their injuries.
At least you asked me permission, not like the other.
Where were the bodies found?
In the glade past the river. The lads, they liked that place since they were tykes.
That's everything for now. Thanks for your help. Claw marks, bite marks, but no fire damage. Interesting.
We'll stick together. It'll all work out.
A witcher.
Pretty weak dragon. Couldn't lift a cow. Just tore it up and left it here. Cow's blood. Might lead me to the lair. Bones shattered. Fell from high up. A nest. A forktails looks like, but it's empty.
decent folk live here.
Like Piglet Harry? Me,
Hey, a witcher!
So will you help with the dragon, or not?
Found your dragon's nest, but I'll need bait to kill it. A sheep, for instance.
Ah, I see.
Another ally of the brave little shoemaker. Now
Fine. There's one I can give you. A bit mangy, but it'll do. Know how to get a sheep to move where you want. Gotta drive it like a sheepdog. Go.
If dogs have figured it out, how do you call a sheep? Here, sheepy sheepy? Hey, sheep, come here. We got us a fork-tail to hunt. Giddy up, sheep. Move along. Ooh-ah. Finally. You died for a good cause, sheep. Rest in peace.
Come on, Roach.
Village.
Vagrant.
Hey, a witcher!
So will you help with the dragon, or not?
Solved your problem.
And? That it? Tell me more. Did the dragon breathe fire, spit venom?
Yeah, and it had golden scales and smoke poured out its ass like it does out of a chimney.
Just like the skulls sing it. You've earned your reward.
And the princess's hand. But I'll just take the coin.
Hey, a witcher! Freya be praised. Witcher, help!
As if something was tearing.
Do
St. Folk live here.